attacking from away from the table. Unbelievable consistency whilst attacking.
Well, once again, we're seeing, you know, the top player under pressure here.
We are. That was very close as well, but Andrew's fight is there. Just keeping Omri on the edge of what he can do. Brilliant. 12-all. I wouldn't like to be Andrew and lose this first game. It would feel a bit tricky.
Do you know what, if I was Omri, I would want to win this game so much I'd take the double point here. This could be his last opportunity to use it in this game, of course, if he wins the point.
That's
Can't use it
call,
after
Tony.
12.
Yeah, could have used it then. Why not? Well, he's won that one anyway.
Well, he has, but he would now have game point on his serve, of course.
That's right.
But there we are. He's obviously feeling positive and thinks he can take the game without it.
Let's see if he can. So both players on 13, so double point ball not available to them during the first game anymore, because the match is played up to 15. You can't take it to actually directly win the game. So once they're past 12, they can't use it anymore. Wonderful, absolutely wonderful. What a great game. Andrew's under a lot of pressure. Andrew breathing very, very heavily. Omri too, but he looks fit, very, very fit. Game point to Omri. Omri Benari takes the first game, 15-13, against #1 seed and current world champion, the Englishman from Milton Keynes, Andrew Baggaley. Team's national defence, works for the military, plays some fantastic defensive play, but also under pressure now. Andrew Baggaley of England. Omri Benari of Israel taking the first game, 15 points to 13. And that's despite not taking the double point ball you wanted him to take, Tony. So he did well, didn't he?
He did. He made the right decision, it seems. Well, I can't believe for the second time we're seeing one of our two top seeds a game down.
That's right. It goes to show how this game's progressing all around the world. It's exciting to see whether Omri can keep this up in the second game. Whether Baggaley can stand up to it. Baggaley's going to have to play a lot of great balls in many, many rallies to keep this guy down.
It's looking a tough match, this, for Baggaley. At the moment, there doesn't seem to be a lot changing.
Yeah, it doesn't look any easier this time round, does it? And that's not going to help Baggaley.
No, Omri's hitting it really hard, and Baggaley's just having to stay a little bit away from the table, and that means that Omri's got plenty of time to keep getting that big forehand in.
Yeah, there aren't many players that are willing to trade with Baggaley and go for the consistent power.
That was better from Andrew, though, wasn't it? Definitely hit that harder. And we've seen that from him before. When he's under pressure, he hits the ball harder and harder and harder, but still doesn't seem to miss.
Yes. So Baggaley having to stretch his game, be more powerful, give less time to his opponent. Lucky net cord, but Omri dealt with that net really well. Couldn't win the point. It's a great example of getting a net cord back and keeping the ball in the rally and low.
Yeah, I mean, like all great champions, I still expect Andrew to come through and win this match under pressure, but he's certainly been made to work. And it's certainly not a foregone conclusion at this point.
No, every time they trade points, 4-all now, it gets closer to a Benari victory.
Of course, it was a fellow Israeli that nearly beat our #2 seed, Maxim.
Yeah.
So they were having a great tournament, aren't they, Israel?
Fantastic performances from the Israelis.
4-6.
Yeah, whatever happens, they'll go back with great confidence and a lot of knowledge about how to develop their games and the games of other people in Israel to come back next year stronger.
Yeah, that's good from Baggaley. Such a good return to serve, and that just got him a slightly weaker ball, so he could go really hard with that backhand.
Oh, short ball and a slow attack. Baggaley's still going to be in there. Can you believe? Just a couple of forehands missing.
Yeah, well battled, Andrew.
Yeah, he's battled well. Omri's missed a couple, and it's a 4-point lead for Andrew Baggaley with his serve to come. Baggaley in the yellow. Nice forehand down the line from Baggaley, but it wasn't really powerful enough, I have to say.
No, that's it. He mustn't start to take that power down, because as soon as he does, Omri just pounces, doesn't he, with that big forehand of his.
Right, and he's consistent with it. Not many people can do that to Andrew Baggaley. Not many people.
Wow.
6-8.
That is just amazing. Wonderful play.
Wow,
This is new territory for Andrew Baggaley. Having to raise his game.
Andrew hit some big shots there, and the moment he took the power off on one, it was away with that forehand.
Exactly. Oh, Emery, big backhand to get out of trouble.
6-9.
Mind you, haven't seen this, and you know, I'm saying how well Omri's playing. Baggaley's still 3 points ahead.
Indeed. Just shows the quality. So Baggaley holding solid under all sorts of pressure.
Yeah, and I think that was a good tactic from Andrew there. What he did was he did a fairly slow-paced ball, but got it wide to the backhand so that Omri had to run round, and he was ready to quickly go down the line and make Omri stretch across the table, and he couldn't get there in time.
Yep, slow to the backhand, fast to the forehand sometimes. And again, in these forehand-to-forehand exchanges, it looks like Ben Ari has more power and is close to the table. Baggaley's defending, but Baggaley's more consistent and still putting enough on the ball to pressure it, like that very last one.
Yeah, he's shown his quality now, isn't he? Getting really good depth on every shot, making it really difficult for Omri.
Yeah, Baggaley's the best at the world at re-looping under pressure, keeping the ball going.
6-17.
He's just teaching Omri there that if Omri just slips a little bit, misses a couple here and there, he's going to find himself well down, which he is.
Yep. So both players saving their double-point ball for the final end. They could have a really big impact, couldn't they?
Yeah, it's going to be good to see when they go for it.
15-6.
So
Game.
15, putting out a strong opponent, getting to the last 16.
Love one.
Yeah, Baggaley will be keen to get a good start here and pull away, similar to how Maxim did when he was under pressure in the third game.
1-0.
Okay, the winner going through the last 16, and then the prize money starts to rise. I think it's $2,000 American dollars for going through the last 16. Oh, what a great backhand-to-backhand exchange. Loads of top spin. You can't say they're not getting any spin with this. They're getting every ounce that they can possibly get.
And that's more like the Baggaley that we saw last year in the semi-final and final, where he really got that backhand going.
Yeah, feet off the floor.
2-0.
Just missed that switch. Played a backhand. The angle had opened up, just playing it from the middle of the table a little bit, but just went too wide. Sometimes you can pounce on an opportunity and just rush it, just overdo it. Andrew, I'm sure, won't let that phase him. Just get back to...
2-3.
Yeah, strong return that. Strong return, very low over the net, very deep.
See the sheer desire to win each point. I see it with Baggaley and Gavin Wembley a lot. It's so important to them to win every point, and they're not afraid to show it.
Yeah, Baggaley's just knowing and showing how important it is to get this early lead in this game. You can see how much every point means to him.
Yeah. You can't save it to the end, otherwise there might not be an end for you that you can go for.
5-2.
Nothing special in that rally, but he's just delighted to squeeze out the point. Can Omri stand up to this and fight back? Good forehand flick from Omri. Nice drop shot, the ball's up. Great smash. Too good for Andrew there. Andrew looks exhausted, to be honest. He's run about 500 miles so far. In the tournament, at least.
This is his first real test, isn't it? He got through his first 2 games quite comfortably, so sometimes it's hard to suddenly react when someone's putting you under a lot more pressure.
Yeah, you've got to play a different game. It's not good enough anymore to do what you're doing in the earlier rounds. You've got to raise it, and raise it consistently.
Oh, well done. Didn't he keep that low?
He did a great job.
Yeah, Omri thought that was going to pop up, didn't he? It made Andrew rush in, but Andrew just managed, look how low he kept that.
Beautiful.
And that just made Omri get underneath the ball slightly.
Just made the ball drift over the net really low. It's a great backhand return from Andrew there.
Yeah, well played Omri there, because that caught the net as well, didn't it? And he reacted, he changed, obviously the flight of the ball changed, and he reacted so quickly to pick that up.
So, the Israeli still very, very much in there. Such a tough competitor. Again, taking care, not doing too much. And then just dropping into the net.
So, halfway stage, they should be changing ends here, shouldn't they?
Yeah, they should.
Double point ball. Is there Baggaley?
Ends.
Yeah. And change ends.
Change ends. Yeah, the umpire's got the message, and they're now changing ends. And Andrew is still, I believe, taking his double-point ball, Colin, which will give him a big 5-point advantage if he can take it. So it's a good tactic in the middle of this game.
Double point ball. 7-4.
So Andrew retaining the double-point ball that he wanted. 7-4 up. This is going to give him a 5-point lead if he gets it. Oh, and he does. Just keep the top of the net.
Yeah, unlucky, wasn't he, Omri? Tried to get it low and quick into the corner. Just clipped the top of the net and flew off the end. But Andrew will be more than happy with that one.
Yeah. So, Omri, please use your double-point ball now for your own sake.
Yeah, come on.
Great forehand to forehand rally.
Top stuff from Andrew there, well played. How can he not have used his double point? He's 10-4 down in the final game, surely.
Double point ball.
There you go.
Benari.
Okay, well, never has someone needed to win this one today so much as this. That's a great fast serve.
Well, it was, wasn't it?
Brilliant fast serve. Andrew ran round it, but got caught really wide around the backhand.
Yeah, I thought Andrew did well just to return that serve, to be honest, but it left the table wide open for Omri. What a great serve.
Yeah.
But Andrew still 4 points ahead.
Stop.
Yeah, great follow-up by Omri there after his serve as well.
Nope. Andrew thinking that the ball might be cracked.
Broken ball. Have another one. What they'll do now is just have a quick knock-up just to see if the ball's just as fast, just as bouncy as the previous one. See, actually, Andrew really top-spinning the ball on that little knock-up. So, back to the business. 10-6 to Andrew Baggaley. Final game.
11-6.
11-6. Urging himself on. Just a couple of small errors from Omri Benari. Just costing him. Unable to stay with Baggaley.
Yeah, that's where it's so hard, isn't it, Colin, when you're playing one of these great champions?
Oh, what a great loop.
Yeah. You can play well for one game, but to keep it up for the full 3 is so difficult, and that's why they're so good. They manage to do that, don't they?
Yeah. Mentally very, very taxing and tiring. Make the right decisions under pressure so often. Deciding how much to give it before it gets too high risk. That's a nice one from Baggaley. You just feel now that Omri's not quite got the same spring in his step and balance that he had. Andrew's managing to get him slightly wrong-footed, just a little bit more in this match now.
Yeah, it's really good to see our top 2 seeds being stretched like this at such an early stage of the competition. It just shows how the strength in depth is there, doesn't it?
Yeah. So Omri absolutely booting that one down the line. Nothing that Andrew could do in the end about that one. So it's still a risky position, I'd call this. 12-8 in the final game is by no means over. If Omri gets a couple of points here, he'll feel like he's back in it.
13-8.
Well, that'll be a disappointment. He didn't go for a big shot, but didn't make it. 13-8. No small differences. Well, Andrew served off, but it's still a 4-point gap.
Yeah, that's an error you see very rarely from Andrew.
Yeah, when was the last time you saw that? Another fast serve,
9-14.
another missed backhand. So just the work rate and the consistency of Baggaley. Match point to Andrew Baggaley.
14-10.
Might be a big one there. So still match point. Doesn't want to miss a couple of these match points though.
14-11.
Because at 14 all, it becomes match point to either of them.
Yeah, as you see match points disappear again, the pressure builds, doesn't it?
Yeah. Very thoughtful. Both players getting their forehand in just off the side of the table. Andrew Baggaley through to the last 16. We're going to have to go to a break. We're going to come back with China versus China.